give LeBron James some help. Meanwhile, the Celtics, Marcus Morris saying after the victory, 2-0 up in the series means absolutely nothing. They need to stay hungry, something they've been throughout this entire postseason. Tatum guarded by J.R. Smith. Finds some room, comes up short, loved the rebound. The Celtics, although again just 1-4 on the road in the playoffs, they were one of the best road teams in the NBA. Third best road record in the regular season behind Houston and Golden State. And George Hill gets the first bucket of the night.
And we saw George Hill impact the last series in Game 7. Came out aggressive. They put him in pick-and-roll situations, and he came out aggressive, and the game opened up for him. Welcome sight for the Cavs.
Well, and also, we let a lot of guys off in our league who are hurt and then come back to play, and every time they have a bad game, we say it's because they're hurt. But George Hill faced the same thing. He had been hurt. He came back in the, second half, played an outstanding game. But we don't give him the same benefit of the doubt.
Nice feed inside, and Tristan Thompson able to throw it down. George Hill, that injury you spoke of, he missed 3 games in the Indiana series with back spasms before returning in Game 7, and he had some excellent moments in the series against Toronto. Terry Rozier's jumper is good. Rozier, who has been one of the stars of these 2018 playoffs, his numbers much better at home than on the road.
He's put himself in nice position to make a lot of money in this league.
And a foul's going to be called on Jaylen Brown. He's been eliminated by LeBron James a number of times. 93 career playoff games with San Antonio, the Pacers, and the Jazz, and now with Cleveland. Has always been a terrific two-way player as long as he's healthy. James with 5 to shoot. Rozier right up into him. Cross court, J.R. Smith wide open. And Smith knocks down the 3. What a sigh of relief for J.R. Smith. He hadn't hit a three-pointer so far in these conference finals. Was 0-7, 0 for 7 in the first 2 games.
Terrific screen by Tristan Thompson on the flare. And LeBron James has gone out of his way to not be aggressive early in this game.
And the difference for me is, it's not like he's passive. He's making a conscious effort to get guys involved. And it's a different way of setting up the game.
But I agreed with what he did in Game 2 on the road, though, too. Coming out and being on the attack as he knocks in a 3.
That's their 3rd three-pointer already, and an 11-point lead for the Cavaliers midway through the first. A near perfect start for Cleveland. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against LeBron James.
You started this way in Game 2. It's important to make sure you keep your foot on the gas pedal by executing on both sides of the floor all game long.
They had an 11-point lead early in Game 2. Another turnover. James fouled by Rozier, blocked by Smart. They're going to call it in the act of shooting quarter, but they just couldn't get the separation.
Just look at the way they're getting into the bodies of the Celtics. Winds up with quality offense in transition, and I like the mindset of LeBron. Goes through the body of Rozier.
Instead of James staying on Morris, they put him on Smart. I don't know, to try
to block and also getting to his spots when he handled the ball. So I like the adjustment.
Especially when they ran pick and roll. Like, he got in the lane too much. Maybe this sets him up for more switching.
Well, this 13-point Cavalier lead, their largest of the series. Morris throws it in. Baines goes inside, blocked by James. Right at the rim. J.R. Smith inside the arc. Hill hustling after it, ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Good hustle from
firing his teammates. There's the big Baines. Get that shot out of here. Aaron.
He has had some classic blocks in the playoffs. And Baines ready to throw that one down. James pulls up three-pointer. Knocks it down. 20-4. This is similar to the Game 1 start by the Celtics. Marcus Smart misses. Baines this time able to throw it down. This is the 3rd field goal for the Celtics. They're 3 for 12. James already with 10 points couple of assists and an impressive block. Morris on him. James gets into the paint, drives and finishes. Inside to Tatum. Nice catch in traffic. Lays it up and in.
That's a beautiful high-low by Al Horford. That was set up by the switch.
Jaylen Brown is second in scoring. The emergence of these two young stars has been just off the charts in this postseason. But right now, they're down 14.
And the Celtics have a super-sized lineup out there.
Korver trying to get free. George Hill tries again, and it's another three. George Hill with 11 points already. He had 8 points combined in the first 2 games of this series. It's been some of the best defense the Cavs have played, certainly in this series, as Monroe goes inside. Well defended by Kevin Love. Love drives inside, takes some contact, and still banks it home.
And you see the change by Ty Lue, putting Kevin Love on Greg Monroe, Nance on Al Horford, who's not as powerful as Monroe.
Tatum drives and is fouled. Tatum back to the line. Tatum with 6 points, 32-15. Here's Hill. Shot clock at 5. Love looking for Korver. Shot clock at 2. Hill from the corner. And the rebound goes to Horford. Rare miss from George Hill here in the opening period. Smart lobs it inside, and there's that advantage you guys spoke of with Monroe. Hill using a Nance screen. Back to Nance. 5 to shoot. Jeff Green, right side 3. In and out. Rozier the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Cavs do not have a foul to give. Smart throws up a 3-pointer. Won't go. Not a smart play there from Marcus Smart. Final seconds. Green does not get it off in time. And the first quarter comes to an end. So this time it's the Cavaliers who throw the haymaker here in the first quarter. Terrific performance from James and Hill.
And we haven't been as bad as it looks most of the time. On offense, we haven't taken as good a shots as we need to.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Mike.
Thank you, Doris. Game 3. Tatum picks up his second foul. So Tatum and Brown each with 2. Korver up top. Shot clock down to 5. Smart on James. James pulls back, finds Nance, cutting and finishing as the shot clock winds down. Perfect setup from LeBron James for his 3rd assist. Good ball denial there from James on Horford. This is as good as defense as we've seen from the Cavs as James throws it back to Nance, stripped and stolen by Smart. Rozier has it poked away, gets it back, nearly lost it again. Up top to Horford. Horford for 3.
I know what you're going to say, Coach. We're in agreement. That's getting it done defensively.
That is putting your heart into the game. Hitting the floor early, running back.
The key for the Cavaliers, and it's been all season, is Terry Rozier misses. Can they do it for an entire game?
And the answer is yes. The question really is, do they want to do it the entire game? Are they committed enough?
And Brad Stevens is not happy with that shot by Rozier. There. Multiple dribble back in, easy jump hook.
Thompson has Rozier. Thompson gets inside, Can't get at the fall, and Horford the rebound.
They're doing the Celtics a favor by posting up Thompson. Me, put him in pick and roll and allow him the offensive rebound.
Rozier misses, trying to get his own rebound. The offensive shooting woes continue for Boston. James fires a three. That's good. LeBron James from downtown. Timeout, Celtics.
Driven by LeBron James, setting the tone, getting to the cup for this Cavs team.
And inspiring defensive plays. The rotating steal, the block shot.
What he loves, going to the left, step sideways, knocking down the long ball.
Here in the first half, and LeBron James doing a little bit of everything. But from the Celtics, Jeff, what's different about the Celtics so far in this game than what we saw in the first two?
Well, obviously, shot making, Mike, has been problematic.
They haven't allowed the Celtics to get it going in transition.
Well, can Boston make another terrific comeback? They've had a lot of them this year and go up 3-0. Right now, it has been all Cleveland as we approach 4 minutes remaining here in the second. Horford now on James. J.R. Smith comes off the screen. Smith drives inside, puts up the shot, misses. Thompson the rebound, gathers, goes back up. Can't get at the fall, and Horford grabs it. Thompson thought he was hit. Horford down the lane, back out Tatum. Horford has George Hill on him. Here comes the double team. Smart launches a three. Celtics just 2 for 9 from three-point range. Backdoor James throws it down. Perfect bounce pass from Kevin Love, and it's back up to 20. "19 points, 5 assists for LeBron James. Horford. Pass deflected. Baines kicks it out. Smart. Up top, Horford's got to put it up. Shot clock expires. Shot won't go. Rebound Hill. James to Love. Love for three. Smart. Good feet inside for Tatum, and Tatum lays it up and in. James, he looks exhausted right now. They're going to call a timeout. Multiple times, Celtics have not led in this game. George Hill had the big start, 11 points in the first quarter. Hill, long three-pointer. Thompson, the rebound. And grabbed by Baines.
Well, this is what Thompson does. Outstanding offensive rebounder. Doesn't get it back up quickly. Which on that, trying to keep it up. And when we look at it, what a flagrant one is compared to a two.
Tristan Thompson, by the way, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Smart foul line jumper. That's good. First field goal, first points for Marcus Smart. Again, Smart trying to deny Love in the post. Baines switches over on him. James cuts to the basket. Throws it back out. J.R. Smith launches a three-pointer. Got it! J.R. Smith from downtown. His second three-pointer here in the first half. He's been in a massive struggle the past couple of games. And the lead up to 21, largest of the first half. George Hill with the deflection. Bumped by Smart. So Hill to the free throw line. J.R. Smith was skilled in the first 2 games of this series, and 0 for 7 from 3.
The strength to be able to just do that. off his own cut. He was in a full speed cut to the rim. He catches it, turns and fires it in the air.
A 23-point Cavalier lead. Tatum drives, stripped from behind by J.R. Smith. More free throws for Tatum all season long in the regular season. And you've never seen that from this Celtic team. That's rare that you see them tentative.
Well, during the course of the year, they had times when they struggled offensively, and that was the concern.
And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Kevin Love. Thompson switches. Tristan Thompson has had his usual impact defensively. Smart jump shot is good. Missed his first three, but has hit 2 in a row. Shot clock turned off, no fouls to give. Crowd on its feet here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Love for 3. And the first half comes to an end.
Rhythm jumper, and I'm just distracted. Was that Dwayne Wade riding with Chewbacca?
He's a new Star Wars star.
He's in the movie?
No. He's, as far as I know, he's not in the movie. I thought his acting was excellent, though, didn't you? J.R. Smith misses. Rozier the rebound.
I did think it was excellent. You're not going to answer?
No, I'm trying to process those second spectrum stats, the roving numbers above the head.
Morris gets inside, blocked by Love, picked up by Morris, goes right back at him again, and this time able to finish. Morris yelling at Josh Tiven, thought he was fouled on the initial shot.
And Cavs yelling because Morris caught his own air ball layup attempt.
Brown gets up into LeBron James. The Cleveland defense and three-point shooting. Those were the 2 keys for the Cavaliers in that first half. Love fakes, finds some room, three-pointer, got it. 10 three-pointers for the Cavaliers, 10 for 19.
And we can talk about all the intangibles we want, but one of the things that usually changes from a good performance or bad performance to a good one, making shots.
Especially three-pointers, 10 three-pointers for the Cavs, just 2 for the Boston Celtics, who are only 2 for 10. Kevin Love looking to post up Brown. Brown picked up 2 quick fouls early. Love shot blocked by Brown. Love gets it back. Head fake, leans in, draws the foul, count it, and 1.
Jaylen Brown defended the first shot very well. Love gets it back, shot fake. Horford bites. And Love
footage to preach a different message. So Brad Stevens is watching a different team, and he coached in games 1 and 2. The evidence will make it clear. And the same situation with Ty Lue. His team is totally different than the way they played in games 1 and 2.
Terry Rozier gets inside, offensive foul, leans in.
Well, Rozier was seeking out the contact, and good call by Jim Capers.
Rozier with his second foul. And that's the 8th turnover by the Celtics. Love trying to post up Tatum. Smith drives inside, kicks it out. Hill adjusts, has to fire with the shot clock expiring. Love tips it, taken by Thompson. And then a foul call against the Celtics. Love gets knocked to the ground.
Missing switches and doing things defensively we did not do in the first 2 games. And LeBron finishes again. I'm not sure he's much happier, Mike.
Meanwhile, they are jubilant here in the Quicken Loans Arena. It has ballooned to a 26-point domination. Right now, the Cavs obliterating the Celtics. Tatum fakes. Rozier drives and throws it down. The highlights have been few and far between for Boston right now. 69-45. Hill, oh, what a fake layup. No good, but a foul, and that's going to be
bounce.
As a great passer, Mark, you're one of the premier assist men in the history of the NBA. I mean, it's just so impressive.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And it's from a small forward perspective. This guy is a legit point guard at the small forward position. His ability to see the floor and make plays, we haven't witnessed that in the history of this game, in my opinion.
J.R. Smith from downtown. Another three-pointer. And the lead back up to 24. Rozier tries an answer and able to hit that one. His first three. Rozier, 13 points.
I was walking to this, just walking around today, and a guy comes up to me and says, oh, early outplayed 2 games in Boston. There's no way in the world you can expect kind things to be said.
I thought it was overly nice, actually. Because to me, it wasn't as James gets his shot blocked. It wasn't as much to me about stunningly beautiful. The Queen, borrowed from 1932, Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, it's great.
James is fouled. Marcus Morris not pleased with the call. Please forgive me for interrupting your royal wedding. It'll be on 8 p.m. Marv and Reggie and Chris.
Who's his favorite player?
Don't do that.
He would have.
No, don't do that.
Oh, he would have.
No, don't.
Meanwhile, here's the reason why Morris kept yelling at the officials. Did not think this was a foul. And he may have had a case there. As we're under 4 minutes remaining here in the third. Pass deflected by J.R. Smith. And a loose ball foul against the Celtics with 9 points. To know that
Chewbacca in the house?
yes.
Where is he?
From Solo, a Star Wars story in theaters Friday. Dwayne Wade's new buddy is not here, but
I'd be so mad if I was sitting behind him trying to see the game. That poor girl right there. She can't see anything except the back of big Chewbacca's head.
oh, she can see the court okay, I think. Can't wait to see the movie.
Never seen one of them.
Oh, come on. Rozier out to Smart. 3.5 remaining here in the third. Baines, turnaround jumper won't go. J.R. Smith. An engaged rebound. Korver throws it away. He wanted J.R. Smith to come up. Rozier to Brown. Brown corner three. That's good. Couple of corner threes for Jaylen Brown. And it's still a 24-point game. Here, final minute of the third as LeBron James gets a rest. He's played all but 4 minutes. Kevin Love comes up short. All 5 starters for the Cavaliers in double figures. Kind of performance they had in the Toronto series. Jaylen Brown turns it over. Ahead to Smith. Back for Hill. Hill for 3.
Not a good shot in transition. Opportunity to slow the pace up and close out this quarter. That's a rush shot.
The Celtics will hold it for the final shot here in the third. Cleveland with no fouls to give. Marcus Smart comes up short, and the third quarter comes to an end. The domination continuing here in game 3.
Brown and Terry Rozier doubled them up from 3. Welcome to the fight, gentlemen. Mike.
And boy, just in the nick of time, makes of this series.
Start this quarter. Good pressure by Jordan Clarkson against Marcus Smart, bringing the ball up the floor, but no sense in overextending yourself, giving them free throws off of the bad foul. Just be disciplined and play solid defense.
James was distributing early. The opening minutes to get his other teammates involved. Korver, three-pointer is good. That's 12. 12 for 24 from downtown.
You brought up Reggie Miller being Brad Stevens' favorite player. It amazes me watching the all-time great shooters go 100 miles per hour off the screens, square, and knock. That shot that Kyle Korver just hit, Those guys make that shot look easy.
Exactly.
From 23-9 as Monroe is fouled.
The motions, and then they take that shot. This guy goes 100 miles per hour.
It's gotten phased out because many times it leads to mid-range jump shots, which is out of vogue right now. Kyle Korver, like Miller, can do it and get three-point shots.
During the regular season, they were the 6th best three-point shooting team, characteristic for a team that relied so much on the three during the regular season. Obviously, defenses amp it up during the playoffs. As Korver throws it, tries it again, and knocks it down again. Kyle Korver, it's 93-66.
It's amazing what playing well and winning will do. They've lowered the rolling of the eyes, shrugging of the heads.
Really, Boston's participated in more of that tonight. And again, it's when things are going well, it's easier to be upbeat.
James throws it up, and Nance throws it down. Another assist for LeBron James, his 11th of the game.
What this is going to do is make Brad Stevens' jobs much easier to preach to his team what will happen if we don't show up and do what we're supposed to do. You go over film tomorrow and you talk about what took place. You can't hide.
Tatum lost it, and then Monroe with a foul. Their 50th practice, and this is a team that had to go to the conference final to have that many practices
After training camp.
After training camp, right.
So Allen Iverson was right. We're talking about practice, not a game.
Nance finishes on the alley-oop. Nance with 8 points off the bench.
Beautiful pass by Jetty Osen.
Isn't he one of your favorites? I'm embarrassed before the game when you're yelling out his name during the warm-up.
He'll never make eye contact with me.
I don't blame him.
Maybe because I've been saying his name wrong.
Osman lays it up and in. The rookie from Turkey, who had a lot of important minutes during the regular season, played very well at certain points. Got some playing time because of injuries.
Oh, he's a good player, Mike. He's big. He's a good defender. Going to find his game offensively.
And he's a guy that Ty Lue is not afraid to call upon.
Monroe runs into Nance, but Nance fouled him first. They would have to win 4 of 5 to advance to their 4th consecutive NBA Finals, but they're just taking it by trying to win one at a time. The old cliche, but so true. Clarkson again leans in, shot short.
Less than 2 minutes to play, 4th quarter.
And people thought the series was over, down 2-0. You still have the best player in the series and the best player in the world. No need to panic. Give the Celtics credit. They did what they were supposed to do
From
they
the
took
field,
it.
hit all 3 of his 3-pointers, and perhaps most importantly, got his teammates involved and got their confidence back a little bit. Clarkson comes away with it. Now they can dribble it out. Cavaliers led by double figures the last 42 minutes. Their largest lead was 30. An emphatic wire-to-wire domination. And this Eastern Conference final is now 2-1 in favor of the Celtics. Impressive